You could tell both of these teams wanted it. Both of these teams was capable. Just that fourth quarter. The fourth quarter for Alabama this go around was just like the second quarter that Georgia had or Alabama had against Georgia in the SEC championship game. It was one quarter that got away from them, and that's all it took. The score at the end of the first was 0-3. Score at the end of the second, the score at the end of the half was 6-9. The score at the end of the third quarter was 13-9. Everything happened in that fourth quarter. Now, hats off to the Georgia's defense. When was the last time you thought Alabama was going to have to kick 5 field goals and a touchdown? Now, they got 4 field goals and a touchdown. They missed the PAT. So, 3 field goals in the first half, 1 field goal in the second half, and then a touchdown. Nick Stick, thank you for the super chat, sir. Appreciate it. Alabama fans ain't even mad they lost. Some of them are. But Georgia simply broke them down. I was a little concerned in that third quarter that Georgia's defense was starting to get tired, but they muscled up, man. And they said that those guys had been out like training after the SEC champion game. They would go running at like 5 o'clock in the morning to get in better shape, and they did. Georgia's head coach. Thank you, Russell Payne. Thanks, Luke Joels. Sorry if I missed anybody in the comments. Thanks, Gil. Sorry. Congratulations from Thailand. That's what's up, man. International. So Georgia goes out there. Looks like both teams were playing pretty conservative. Georgia's defense bristled when it needed to. But Georgia's offense couldn't get going in that first half. It really wasn't until James Cook had that breakaway run in the second half that things really started to pick up. Georgia throws for 224 yards, 2 touchdowns, no interceptions, 140 yards in rushing, 2 fumbles, both of them Stetson. And by the way, I'm not sure that pass was that fumble was a pass or that pass was a fumble. It looked to me like his arm was going forward and the ball like popped out as his arm was going forward. He didn't let go of the ball because the ball left his hand and went forward. So now I will say the recovery was definitely inbounds. There's no doubt that was inbounds. Yeah, Will Anderson was a guy I really wanted to come to Georgia, but he chose Alabama. Oh, Texas rocks. You ain't lying, sir. That Georgia defense bailed out your offense time and time again. Several times, sir. OC was terrible. Great win for Georgia. We can't win them all. I don't know that OC was terrible. I just think Georgia's defense is dominant. You guys scored more points than most teams scored against Georgia. So I think the first game we played, I think Georgia's defense was off. I think Georgia's offense got some help, definitely with that pick 6. Otherwise, it would have been 26 to 18. That pick 6 at the end, man, was just a killer. Looking at the score 33-18, I mean, some people would call that a blowout, but I don't think that's a blowout. I think Georgia, that pick 6 at the end, it was a lot closer. What's up, Chase Harvey? Said we did. Let's go. Let's go. First comes Rocks to give me a super chat. Thank you. Appreciate that, sir. 2021. He says, holy cow, they officiating this game. Right. Why? Okay, timeout. Why is it we can sign multi-million-dollar contracts with coaches? We can sign name, image, and likeness agreements with players. Boosters can do all kinds of things. Tens and tens and tens of millions of dollars for stadiums. Full-time coaches, full-time trainers, full-time medical staff, full-time law enforcement. But we can't have full-time referees. What's up, my man? Keith Carr, how you doing, sir? If you're up for it, Keith, I'll let you join the chat, sir. I'm gonna throw the link in here. There you go. It did look like a pass to a lot of people, but nonetheless, Georgia still come out there and did what it needed to do. Bruh. Feeling pretty good, and that's the truth. You know, it's funny. The tireder I get, the more it sounds like I only have about 2 IQ. Alabama's running game was tragic. There was a while there Alabama was running the ball pretty soundly. Congrats, big dog. Proud of Kirby. Roll Tide. Thanks, Jackson Boy. Appreciate that, sir. No more 1980 BS. Good Lord, ain't that the truth? I can't tell you how tired I am of hearing that. Chase, I saw that you tried to join, buddy, but I didn't see a camera. Thanks, Alex. Appreciate that. A lot of what's up, Timbo Slice? I ain't seen you in a while, brother. Where you been? Where you been, my man? From a Bama fan, congratulations to UGA. Yes, sir. Defense showed out. Yes, it did. Yes, it did. And here's the crazy thing, right? Is that even though Alabama, excuse me, even though Georgia looked to be dominant on defense at times, looked bad at other times. By the way, Aguiye Hall had 2 receptions, went 52 yards on 2 receptions. Man, that's incredible. Latu did a great job. You know, he had 102 yards in receiving, and that's on 2 players. But man, to put up 370 yards, they put up 400 yards of offense. Really, is what they put up a little over 400 yards of offense, and Georgia still won that game soundly. So I guess defense does win championships, don't it though? Don't it though? Appreciate that, Derpy Gamer. Full-time officials should absolutely be a thing. And here's why. You're talking about putting these people in charge. You're talking of putting a bunch of part-time workers in charge of officiating a game that is responsible for hundreds and hundreds of millions of dollars. That seems silly to me, or is it just me? Does that seem silly, or is it just me? Whew. I had friends that went tonight too, sir. Defensive line Clemson had in 2016, possibly. How much you gonna spend on merch? Over or under is $500. For me, it will definitely be under.